Good morning. It is Monday, November 27th, and I'm Amy Butch on Siegfried, your host for the Sports Curious podcast presented by last night's game. We survived Thanksgiving, and here we are. We are diving into holiday party season. We have everything you need to know to drum up some small talk over the next couple of weeks, but we definitely have you covered for this week ahead as we roll into the month of December. Let's start off in the NFL. Tommy DeVito, who is the New York Giants quarterback, who admitted that he lives at home with his parents, well, he has won another game for the Giants, and his touchdown celebration with his Italian hand gesture is sweeping the nation. Bouncing over to college football, it was the most heartwarming story of the weekend, and we highlighted it in our Smile Worthy Sports Sunday night. And if you don't follow us on Instagram or TikTok, we do that every Sunday night and bring you something happy to scare off those Sunday scaries. So, Washington's head coach, well, he rewarded sophomore kicker Grady Gross, who was a former walk on, with a scholarship. So, Gross hit the game winner for his team to stay undefeated, excuse me. And the Washington's media team caught the moment on camera where the head coach gave Gross his scholarship and he gave him the game ball and he said it'll go nicely with his scholarship, which is just it gives you chills. The video is so great. So check it out at last night's game on TikTok or Instagram. Switching over to the NHL, they completely missed the mark with their ban on wearing special equipment on Native American Heritage Night. They've been very standoffish on celebrating any of these nights with special equipment, jerseys, etc. Minnesota Wild goaltender Mark Fleury, well, he wore a custom Native American Heritage Night mask in warmups on Friday, despite the NHL saying no. And he did it because he wanted to honor his wife, who was Native Canadian, and he wore a specially designed mask by artist Cole Horse Taylor, and he is most likely to get a nice little fine for that. But kudos for you for standing up what you believe in, Marc-Andre Fleury. A couple of other big stories of the weekend very quickly. Even without their head coach, Michigan defeats their rival Ohio State, and Alabama came back at the last minute to beat their rival Auburn. And the Auburn sad fan memes took over the internet. Coming up this week, we have college football championships. So think the Big Ten championship, the SEC championship. Those are this weekend. And on Sunday, December 3rd, the matchups for all 41 bowl games will be announced throughout the day. So that's a really big deal to make it to a bowl game. So stay tuned for that, and we'll cover that as we go through the week. And this Wednesday's podcast is gifts that athletes give each other. That's a really great conversation starter for holiday parties. I can tell you from personal experience, it works out really well and defeats the idea of talking over and over again about your holiday plans because it gets really old and boring, right? So stay tuned for Wednesday's podcast. Check us out at lastnightsgame.com. And of course, hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts, and Apple Podcast users. We would be so grateful if you would leave us a review. Thank you so much. Have a great week ahead.